all connected together. Just love that wrought iron. You know, it's unique in Boston. Look at the street map, John. See it? Can you see it? Being renovated. City's pretty strict about making you maintain it the way it was, not letting you make too many changes. Abdol. Hey, you been working on your abs, Abdol? You better start doing some sit-ups. John.
He's a sucker. He just gave that guy $1. He has no idea how many people are going to come up to him today and ask him for $1.
On him now.
Notice how he said, "You got $1?" and you said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Or $2.50?" Okay, John. Over and out. This has been fun. An educational experience. Let's see how many dollars John parts with today.
That was it.
Okay. Goodbye.
Alright, we'll talk about that later. Hey, welcome to Boston Duck Tours. My name is the great Garibaldi, world famous magician extraordinaire. You guys ever heard of me? That's unusual. Alright, it's one guy. What? It's magic. You know what they say, gentlemen, grass doesn't grow on a busy street.
Ouch.
But it doesn't grow on concrete either, right, ladies? Alright, I'm going to share with you folks how I got here. Prior to working at Duck Tours, I was a professional magician for 8 years. I jumped off the Harvard Bridge, blindfolded, handcuffed. I landed headfirst on one of these ducks, and I came to at the Mass General Hospital, and my medical report read easily confused. That's how they diagnosed me. Duck Tours felt so bad they hired me as your driver. It's been about a week, fully recovered, still on the medication, but you're in good hands, people. I'm going to prove this by performing a couple of magic tricks. It's not a trick deck, as you could see. Can you pick a card? I like the mustache. Show everyone that card behind you, lift it up, everyone take a peek at the card, and then hide the card. I don't want to see the card. I'm going to take a couple $1 bills, turn them into a $100 bill. Abracadabra. Blah, 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 hokey pokey. Ta-da! That's what I'm talking about, people. Easily confused, whatever.
Very good.
You try another one. Can you hold that just like that? Don't fold it, don't put it in your pocket. Alright, see the red scarf? I'm going to make it disappear in my hand. There's nothing on my sleeves. No hair on my head. There it is. Still works. Yes, what? Thank you very much. I can feel the love. Alright, don't hurt yourselves, guys. I'm going to perform one more. We're going to take this show on the road. This is a 5 of hearts. What?
Hey.
First time all month. Give me a high five, man. Awesome, dude.
Nice.
5 of hearts, dude. I can't believe it. You got the 5 of hearts, man. Whatever. I'll give you a sticker, man. I always ask the people, is it a 5 of hearts? And 1 out of 52 times, it's actually the 5 of hearts. You just randomly picked that, bro. That was awesome, man. You guys still aren't getting this, are you? Alright, don't worry about it. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let me try this. Now we got a car parked right there. This is awesome. Do my best work in reverse. The 3-hour tour. The 3-hour tour. Alright, well, thanks for joining us at Boston Duck Tours. It's been a great show. Time's over. Let's get out of here. All right, let's go over our safety stuff here. Watch your hands as you drive through the city, Boston. Don't put them too far outside the duck. We do get close to cars and buildings. Hard to get the red stuff off the black duck. And there's no standing while I'm driving. This is smoke-free duck. And as we drive through the city of Boston, people do tend to quack at us, and I find it best if we just all quack back together on my cue. When I say abracadabra, you folks will say quack, quack. It's a bit silly. You'll never see these people again. Don't worry about it. All right, let's give it a shot. Abracadabra. Oh, nice. Look alive, people. And the theme of our tour today will consist of 3 F's, freedom, first, and fun. As you may know, Boston is the birthplace of this country's freedom. The American Revolutionary War started here. Independence Day, 4th of July. It's coming up in 7 days. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have fireworks. Lionel Richie's going to perform. Can't wait for it. And also, a lot of first things happen in Boston. We are considered to be the city of first. Who likes chocolate? The first chocolate factory in America started in Boston, Baker's Chocolate, Lower Mills, Dorchester. Here comes an ambulance. This brings back memories. In the distance, with some lettering on the rooftop up there, that building way down there is the first YMCA in America, right down on Huntington Avenue. I think it was founded by a construction worker, policeman, Native American guy, and a guy in leather. Give me that was kind of funny. I don't think anyone got that.
I got it.
And further, okay, good. You with me? Further down Huntington, Northeastern University's campus was the site where the first World Series was ever played. It was back in 1903, and the Boston Pilgrims beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. We won the first World Series ever. You guys want to talk about that? New York, Jersey, anyone? You're not going to do those kind of money. And where are you guys from right here? Where do you guys live? Where do you live?
Germany.
Let's hear for Germany, man. That's awesome. Nice to meet you, Germany. Wow. You're a lot older than us. Thousands of years. Mercedes. Autobahn. All right, behind Germany, where are you from?
Where you from?
Carolina.
North Carolina. That's first in flight, my friend. Awesome. I like your mustache. Behind North Carolina. How about you, gentlemen?
Dominican Republic.
Let's hear for the Dominican Republic. Ramirez. Canseco. No, not Canseco. Pedro Martinez.
There we go.
On your left-hand side is the First Church of Christ Science. Christian Science Center, their mother building right here. Cheapest medical plan in town. Then we're going to take a right ahead on top of the Massachusetts Turnpike, which is in Seattle. The federal highway systems, United States of America, even numbers east to west, odd numbers north to south. I-95, Miami, Florida to Maine. What about the West Coast, San Diego to Seattle? What federal highway goes up there? 5.
101.
5. It goes 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50, 95. 90's up top. Jacksonville, Florida to LA is 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. Laid out like a big grid, the federal highway systems. President Eisenhower laid that out. How many people really don't care about that type of stuff? All right, here's the oldest fire station in Boston right here. Engine 33, ladder 15. It's a historical building, and they're the busiest. Over 4,000 calls a year. In and out every day, those firefighters. It's a great souvenir. You can visit the firefighters, purchase a t-shirt for $15. The proceeds go to MS. So you get a t-shirt from the oldest fire station in Boston, and you give it to MS. That's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Easty. We're going to cross the finish line to the Boston Marathon. It's the oldest marathon in America, 115 years old. Let's raise our hands and cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Now you can tell your friends and family cross finish line of the Boston Marathon. Here's a new Old South Church. Represents the oldest congregation in Boston right here. That's our official state stone, Rock Street Pudding Stone. And behind, how about that guy? Where are you from? Behind Arizona? Dominican, behind Dominican.
Germany and Jersey.
Germany and Jersey? What a connection right there. What a combo. Germany and Jersey. Hey, how you doing, Jersey? That's a garden state. You guys couldn't fit petroleum chemical on your license plates. Petrochemical refinery. Jersey. We love you, man. Fist bump on your right-hand side. This is Copley Square, named after this guy, John Singleton Copley, famous portrait painter right there on your right-hand side. And the church coming up on your right is Trinity Episcopal Church, considered to be one of the top 10 architectural buildings in America. Built in 1877. Henry Hobson Richardson was the architect. Awesome.
Yeah.
And behind Jersey, where you guys from?
Taiwan.
Let's hear Taiwan, man. Taiwan on!
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Taiwan. That's awesome. awesome, man. You're way older than us, Taiwan. A lot of history. And next to Taiwan, where you from? Boston in Germany. Okay. And behind Boston, Germany. Germany. Do you guys all know each other? What's going on in Germany? All right. Is a German convention in town or something? And behind Germany, where are you from? French? France? Bonjour, ça va? Je m'appelle Grabaldi, je habite dans un traité. Okay. La quoi? Nice mustache. Nice mustache. Coming up on your right, this is where the TV show Boston Legal was filmed. The outside of the TV show Boston Legal was filmed right here on your right. On your left is our New England building. Originally, this was a site. Where did they eventually move to? Cambridge. Eastie gets a sticker.
Right on, brother.
He's like, keep them coming. All right, good job,
On the
man.
forehead?
All right, yeah, no, on the forehead. I love your accent, man. Coming up on your right, we'll be passing Shreve Crumpet Low, oldest jewelry store in America, coming up on your right-hand side. You know, originally Boston was called Shawmut Peninsula. Shawmut is Indian for living water, and we acquired the name from our Native American tribe, the Algonquins. They settled on the peninsula for 5,000 years until 1630 when John Winthrop and a group of Puritans from England showed up, and they changed the name from Shawmut Peninsula to Boston after Boston, England. That's how we got our name. Does anyone know why the Puritans came from England? What were they seeking?
Freedom of religion.
This guy from Hollywood gets a sticker, man. Good job. Religion.
Yeah, John.
Freedom. Good
Nice.
job, John. Everyone say, yeah, John.
Woo!
Well, two
Come
people
on.
said, yeah, John, back there. Was that Massachusetts? You guys know these people? Oh.
Yeah, you owe me money.
Yeah. Folks, you got to appreciate this local guy right here, man, because you are getting a real taste of Boston right here. This guy from Eastie,
Right,
man.
right
That's
on.
awesome.
Let's have some fun. Come on, let's party.
He's like, yeah, you owe me money. All right, that was funny. Yeah, so the peninsula originally was very small, 1.5 square miles. If you take a frying pan, turn it over in a puddle of water, that's the shape of old Boston. And the handle of the frying pan used to be 1/8 by land, 2/8 by river. There was no sea involved. We'll talk about that later. But today, Boston is much larger than 1.5 square miles. Landfill. We brought a ton of landfill in our city. A good rule of thumb, if you're in Boston, if the street is straight and flat, it's landfill. But if it's hilly, part of the original 1.5 square mile peninsula. Let's review. If the street in Boston is straight and flat, it is. Good job. Where's the largest landfill area in Boston? You might have flown there to get here.
East Boston.
East Boston, Eastie. And the second largest landfill is South Boston, Southeast. The third largest is the Back Bay. We've been in the Back Bay since we left our tour, the third largest landfill. Here's our public garden, oldest public botanical garden in America. There should be two
Here's the swan
swans
boat. See 'em?
somewhere in the lagoon, Romeo and Juliet. We've been hosting them for 22 years, and the swan boats are in the middle. It is a Boston tradition to ride on our swan boats.
We'll do it.
Started in 1877. A couple of boats over 100 years old. They're powered by humans. They pedal them. $2.75.
How do you
Cheap
like that?
dates, guys. Oh, there's a Canadian flag right there. Maple leaf, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for. Hey, we're off to the North Americans, man. Good exchange rate. What? Good to meet you, man. I like your beard. We are taking a left on Charles Street. The reason we name it Charles Street, this used to be the shoreline to the Charles River. We begin filling in the bay, starting here, all the way to Fenway Park, straight flat landfill. And on your right, it starts to get hilly. Peninsula! This is where Old Boston begins, and the Boston Common is the oldest public park in America, started in 1634 by the Puritans. They wanted a common piece of land for all to use. We are getting off the peninsula, off landfill, we're getting on the peninsula, we're not going to be on long 1.5 square miles. We're going to get up and over the peninsula now, and this neighborhood is called Beacon Hill. It was our first planned out neighborhood of Boston. Early 1800s we completed it. If you like to move here, cha-ching! This is one of the most expensive neighborhoods of Boston, and it's a no quacking zone. You gotta do the silent quack here if someone quacks at us. And check out the front doors as you roll up the hill. This is how they show their homes off. It's a thumbprint of their houses. I like front doors and I cannot lie. And the glass glass above the front doors are called transoms. They're all custom made. And you gotta get a picture of this. Well, the first door has our nation's bird on it, the bald eagle. Manganese oxide to mix with glass. Throughout the years, the sun turned the glass lavender. Your gentleman has purple. I like that red door with the kick plate. Look at the transom on top of 61's door. That door's open. I like the knocker on number 56. Check out the door that has a square doorknob. 54, who has a square doorknob? That door does right there. I like it. Look at the balconies, the shutters, the pillars, columns, brick sidewalks, gas lanterns. We keep them lit 24 hours a day. They do not make neighborhoods like this anymore, folks. Early 1800s, we completed Beacon Hill. First planned out neighborhood. Yeah. There's a little lamp where the ivy is coming up and up. I like that a lot. That's nice. That's really nice. I like that a lot. Look at the copper gutters. What? Who has copper gutters today? These folks do. Yep. Usually we use vinyl now, but nice neighborhood. I like 51's door, which has like a matching square transom. I like that square on square. And look down Spruce Street. Brick sidewalks, gas lamps.
Down there, John.
Beautiful. I like this little office space this guy's painted right here. Beautiful, right? That's a little office right there on top of 49's door. That's nice right there. And we're going to be passing a cobblestone driveway. I'm going to take my right lane. This thing turns on a dime. There's a cobblestone driveway with a carriage house in the back. What? Beautiful. All right, we're going to be passing a granite building coming up on your left, which is our Somerset Club. It is the oldest private club in Boston. Go ahead, girl power. Hey, Jersey, you live on an exit, like 4 or 5 or something? Villanova? You're from Villanova originally? Oh, Illinois. That's the Illini's name, man. Fighting Illini. That's awesome, man. That's cool, man. Yeah. We have a conductor who lives in Jersey, exit 4 or 5. 4 or 5. I like that wooden carved door. Look at the Somerset Club. They got lions on their front doors in the front there. What? Lions. Wow. Beautiful. And you're going to pass another building with lavender window panes. Now, they got their shutter closed here. Very rare. This is the first time this whole year I've seen this window with their shutter closed. It's right above the green door. You're going to see it very clearly. And that second building with all the lavender window panes here, they never have those shutters closed. It's amazing that they do because they want to keep them covert, undercover. There's only 6 buildings that have these lavender window panes. Wherever you see the lavender, it's the original glass, shipped over from England in the early 1800s. Beautiful. And if you own a building with lavender window panes, those lavenders may be worth more than our homes unless you live in East Boston.
Yeah, brother.
There's 2 more lavender window panes way up top. They're difficult to see. They're up there. And the first 2 windows with the ivy, the first one you'll see coming up the bottom, one panel up to your left. The middle bottom window, bottom left panel is lavender. If you keep looking at those 2 windows, you'll see. Beautiful. On your right's a frog pond. We fill with water in the summertime. On warm days, children splash in and out of there to cool off. Then we rush them directly over to the Mass General Hospital after that's nasty. In the winter, we freeze it. You get ice skate, music, lights, and Bonnie cleans the ice. Ice skating in the winter on the frog pond. Do you remember that time we were in landfill? That was fun. With the big gold leaf dome on top. The cornerstone was laid in 1795 by Paul Revere and Sam Adams. Charles Bullfinch was the architect. John Hancock used to own this land. His estate sat in the back corner. He was the first and largest signature on the Declaration. What a piece of property. And there's John F. Kennedy on the stairs she left, 35th president, born in Brookline, Massachusetts. Who's JFK? Charles Bullfinch also designed a dome on D.C.'s Capitol building. John Hancock was one of the wealthiest gentlemen in the colony. On your right, Robert Gould Shaw Memorial led the Massachusetts 54th Regiment during the Civil War. It's a good photo up here. It was the first all-volunteer African-American regiment of the North to watch the movie Glory, Denzel Washington and Matthew Broderick. They trained, the Massachusetts 54th Regiment trained in Hyde Park, and the battle took place in South Carolina. Glory.
Are you guys from Germany? We got your relatives here.
Alrighty. tasty, man. You're gonna get me in trouble.
I'll settle
So the
down.
brick building in the middle is the original State House. They put the wings on each side over 100 years later. John Hancock wanted to fight in the Battle of Bunker Hill. We said, no, man, we need you. He was backing the American Revolution everywhere financially. Yeah. Who are you talking to, Germany? Are you a physician or something? Did you get a phone call? Who was that? You want to talk about it?
Africa.
Africa? That's amazing. Who's this guy right here, man? That's amazing.
Secret
That's
agent.
real old. On your left is Mary Dyer, Quaker,
Yeah.
own religious freedom, girl power.
No, sorry. I don't want to blow your cover.
They kicked her out of Boston 3 times. Her fourth arrival, the Puritans hanged her in the Boston Common. Those Puritans, what a group. Religious freedom. And on your left, our nation's burning with the bald eagle. Try to get a picture on your left of our
nice.
fallen firefighters memorial in memory of all mass firefighters who lost their lives during a line
yeah.
of duty. Each
Yeah.
name is carved to the base.
Look at that.
Awesome memorial right there. And on your right, 122 Bowden Street, 3rd floor. Gas lanterns every night. Put them out each morning. We now keep our gas lanterns lit 24 hours a day. We have 2,800 gas lanterns in Boston. We are going to convert 600 of the 2,800 with automatic shutoffs. In the morning, they'll turn off to save gas. It's going to cost $450,000 to convert the 600, and it's going to save $140,000 a year. The name of our duck is Longfellow Bridget, named after the Longfellow Bridge. We have 28 ducks in our fleet, all named after heirs of Boston. And out of the 28 ducks, 8 of them are authentic World War II amphibious landing crafts. They were built back in World War II. This is a new duck. This duck was built 3 years ago, built from scratch. We paid $300,000 for this bad boy. It's got a V8 diesel Ford engine, and we're running biofuel to these ducks, part vegetable oil. We're going green. Hey, let's review. We left the back bay over Beacon Hill. Now we're heading into the Old West End. On your left, the Old West Church. Years ago, we hid a lot of the fugitive slaves from the South in the Underground Railroad system right here. Who's Leonard Nimoy? Mr. Spock on Star Trek born here in the Old West End. Live long and prosper. On my left, 2 years ago, I had my first root canal right here on your left-hand side. It was awesome.
Sticker.
And no doubt
There we go. I got it.
How many people had a root canal? Awesome. I hope that many more. Coming up on you, how many people have seen the movie The Departed with Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon? Police headquarters was filmed on your right. These stairs were in the movie The Departed right here.
Oh, yeah.
The Boston Celtics basketball franchise is considered to be the all-time greatest franchise in the NBA. We have 17 world championships, which far exceeds any other NBA team.
Yeah,
Here's
baby.
Ace Bandage on your right. He played for the Patriots and fell off the bench. LA Lakers only have 11 world championships. Whatever Lakers, 3rd. Michael Jordan reigned Chicago Bulls in the United States. Awesome, man. They got 6. The Bears, the Bulls, Chicago, the Bears. Chicago's pronounced Chicago. The Native American tribe, the Illini, settled there. Play a lot of onions. Indian for smelly land. Oh, Chicago. This is Red Auerbach Way. On your right, the TD Garden. The Celtics play here. Also, the Stanley Cup champion Boston Bruins hockey team. And a few years ago, Instinct performed in here. Backstreet Girls, Hanson Sisters. What's up, Bruce Springsteen, the Boss jersey. And if Justin Bieber comes, I'm getting tickets. I love that kid. So McCartney?
Yes, I did. Awesome.
I'm a believer.
No doubt.
On your right, there's the Leonard Zacrum Bunker Hill Bridge. That's the widest cable-stayed bridge in the world, 10 lanes wide. See if you get a picture of the American flag open right there on your right-hand side. There's Old Glory. They put it up for 9/11. That's awesome, man. It's going to come down eventually. On your left, looks like luxurious condos, 3-story outdoor gymnasium, beautiful landscaping. Each window has roads to the blinds. Wait a minute. Those are bars. This is a Suffolk County jail. It's actually a holding facility. Everyone in here waited to be tried. Guilty. You can see them in the windows. They love us at duck tours. They have a special wave using 1 digit. I saw a full moon in the middle of the day right here. On On your right, Nashua Street Park. Big dig finished it 5 years ago. Sketchy down here before. There's the Charles River. We're going to be splashing in momentarily. We're going to take a right and head on top of the 1908 Charles River Dam. First, we're going to go underneath the Leechmere Viaduct. Carries a green line from Cambridge to Boston. And now we're going to go on the dam. On your right's a damn sidewalk. That's a damn Leechmere Viaduct. Some damn traffic on your left. That's a damn good story. Coming up on your left, trying to get a picture of the T-Rex and try to video these ducks. The first duck is one of our World War II ducks, and the last duck is a World War II duck. Now, Dorchester Dottie is named after Dorchester. That's the original camouflage they were using during World War II. I'm just kidding. That's our smallpox duck. And that green duck is one of our World War II ducks also. We'll talk about the history of them later. Check out the wind turbines on top of the museum. I like the one in the shape of a cylinder right there, collecting energy. You can take a Boston Duck tour out of the Museum of Science. You can leave out of the back. Charles River was open to the harbor. We have 2 tides a day, a 9-foot tide. That used to be a tidal river, rising up and down twice a day. The building in front of us, EF, stands for Education First. It's a Swedish company. And the garden in front of the EF building was designed by Buddhist monks. Very serene. There's goldfish in this lagoon right there. Awesome. After the tour, you may have the need to sit here, collect your thoughts, or see a therapist again. Either one. Yeah, it's a duck tour thing. Those are fun. They go in the river and stuff. I recommend those tours. Let's start our safety procedures. I'm a licensed captain to our United States Coast Guard. Above my head, 39 adult life jackets. They're doubled up. They go all the way out back. And on my right, 24 children's life jackets doubled up. Behind the children's life jackets back there are more adult life jackets. And there are 10 additional children's life jackets under all the seats. If you weigh 90 pounds or less, you would wear a child's life jacket. And if there's an unlikely event of an emergency on the river, I'm going to ask you to put on your own life jackets. We would start pulling them down, pass them around. The life jacket goes over your head. Strap it in. Exits would be to the sides if you have to evacuate this stuff under my command. This area, I consider the arboretum of duck tours. Everything's been blooming in here. A lot of birds are migrating right now through here. We offer walking tours through here. Hey, sorry about the bumps. The bumps aren't my fault. The bumps aren't the duck's fault. It's the asphalt. We are starting to break ground here to the future Charles River Skate Park. It's going to be 40,000 square feet. It was privately funded. It'll be the second largest skateboarding park in America when we finish. Hoping to host the X Games here in the future. The largest skate park in America? Louisville, Kentucky. I would have never guessed that. Here comes our foliage on your right. A lot of people from Maine and New Hampshire right here. And behind the very last seat, Canada, there's a throwing band in that last seat bed. I see the top of it. And underneath the last seat, Tennessee, on the other side is a fire extinguisher. Don't worry about it. And we got a fire extinguisher on my right. I have a marine radio. I'm going to turn that on now. We contacted the Coast Guard, the fire department, safe police. They're going to build a walking bridge over the train bridges over to Charlestown. You'll be able to walk right through, connect the whole waterfront. They're in the process of doing that now. I'm going to shut my headlights off. I'm going to turn on my navigation lights. And now we got to convert this vehicle into a vessel. Let's see.
Shot of the bridge.
How does this work again? I'm going to engage my propeller on my left. And now we're going to blow the horn, Coast Guard regulations. Here we go. Welcome to the Charles River. There's a great photo up of the flag there. And get a picture of yourself coming up on your left in the mirrors. There's 2 mirrors. When you take the picture of yourself, put the camera on top of your head. Don't block your face with the camera. Here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for it, Hollywood. Wait. Take it now. Take it now. Take it right now, Hollywood. Hollywood. Take it right now, Hollywood. I'm going to engage my propeller on my left. And now we're going to blow the horn, Coast Guard regulations. Here we go. Welcome to the Charles River. There's a great photo up of the flag there. And get a picture of yourself coming up on your left in the mirrors. There's 2 mirrors. When you take the picture of yourself, put the camera on top of your head. Don't block your face with the camera. Here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for it, Hollywood. Wait. Take it now. Take it now. Take it right now, Hollywood. Hollywood. Take it right now. Hollywood. Take it now. Take a picture. Video. Take it.
Shooting video.
We got more on the way, bud. This is the end of the river. We call this our lower basin. This is where the river ends. You are at sea level. This is fresh water. There's a cormorant, the blackbird ungulate. That's a cormorant right there. This river is 80 miles long, starts in Hopkinton, Mass, where the Boston Marathon starts. And this river was named after King Charles I. He was 15 years old, living in England at the time. I think he looked at the river on a map and said something like, "I'll name that river after myself." Gonna be the king. Years ago, this river was very polluted because of all the industrial buildings. We cleaned it up with the help of the Charles River Watershed Association. They test it quite often. It looks discolored. It's a natural process due to the vegetation upstream. It's like a tea bag when the water changes colors. Love that journey. This is fresh water. There's a cormorant, the blackbird ungulate. That's a cormorant right there. This river is 80 miles long, starts in Hopkinton, Mass, where the Boston Marathon starts. And this river was named after King Charles I. He was 15 years old, living in England at the time. I think he looked at the river on a map and said something like, "I'll name that river after myself." Going to be the king. Years ago, this river was very polluted because of all the industrial buildings. We cleaned it up with the help of the Charles River Watershed Association. They test it quite often. It looks discolored. It's a natural process due to the vegetation upstream. It's like a tea bag when putting water changes colors. Love that dirty water, Boston, you're my That's a robot. That's the Standells 1965. A lot of wildlife has returned to this river also. And on your right-hand side, this is North Point Park. Our Central Artery project completed this unbelievable public park 3 years ago. People don't even know it exists. Look at the nice granite. They capped the wall off with granite. That's forever and expensive. There's a great playground in the middle. You got canals in there. Beautiful park they built. These parks around here are run by the DCR, Department of Conservation and Recreation. The EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, they protect our wildlife, and some of the wildlife we might see on the river today: ducks, geese, pigeons, seagulls, turtles, a guy from Hollywood. We have cormorants. I've seen the great blue heron, black-crowned night heron, mockingbirds, swallows. I've seen the peregrine falcon out here. Awesome birds. So all our wildlife has returned. We've come a long way with this river. The EPA has not publicized this, but they are now declaring the Charles River to be the cleanest urban river in America, which is unbelievable, man. Yeah, I love this river. We're going to head under the Craigie Drawbridge. When tall vessels come in here, this bridge lifts right up. This bridge is new. It's like 8 months old. The original Craigie Drawbridge was built back in 1908. It was all rusted out. We finally replaced this bridge. And we remember, this river used to be a tidal river. Dam is no longer in use. It's wide open. We're driving right through. Because in 1978, we built a new dam and 3 locks further downriver. 4th of July, Independence Day, or the birthplace of this country's freedom, we estimate about 2,500 boats come in from the harbor up this lock to watch a fireworks celebration. 2,500 boats, 1 lock would be enough. I'm going to blow my horn one more time, Coast Guard regulations. Ballard on your right or left-hand side. Then the front gate would open to let us in. This lock and dam is no longer in use. It's wide open. We're driving right through because in 1978 we built a new dam and 3 locks further downriver. 4th of July, Independence Day, we're the birthplace of this country's freedom. We estimate about 2,500 boats come in from the harbor up this lock to watch a fireworks celebration. 2,500 boats, 1 lock wouldn't be enough. I gotta blow my horn one more time, Coast Guard regulations. Here comes a duck. This is Sergeant Meatball. He's not right. Get a picture of Sergeant Meatball here coming up on your left-hand side. We'll give him a quack when he goes by, too. Abracadabra. Quack, quack!
Oh, you woke him up.
I did wake him up. He was just like staring off in the distance, man. I think I broke him out of that trance.
Really?
On your right, this is Cambridge, Massachusetts. And on your left is Boston, Massachusetts, our state capital. Boston was 1630 by the Puritans. Initially they called it Newtown. In 1636, Newtown started the first college in America, and they called it the College of Newtown. But 2 years after, a wealthy gentleman passed away. He left his library and half his estate to the college. They changed the name after that guy. His name was John Bunker Hill Community College. His name was John Harvard University, first and oldest college in America. It's like two people getting this.
That's why we sat up front.
Eventually the Puritans renamed Newtown Cambridge, after Cambridge, England. I've had people on my tour from Boston and Cambridge, England. I was like, no way. They're like, way? Way? It's hard to mimic the British accent saying way. Way? Anyway, let's head into Cambridge, man. During the water tour, we allow the passengers to drive the duck in the river. Hollywood, you want to come up and drive? Yeah. I want to talk to this guy from Hollywood, man. Maybe East Boston, maybe up here. This bridge. What do us locals call this bridge? The Salt... I'm going to give you a sticker back there. What?
Yeah!
The Salt and Pepper Bridge. Pass that back. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. The towers look like salt and pepper shakers. Yeah. There's part of these guys here. Abracadabra. Quack, quack. We finally started doing something about this bridge. We've been neglecting this bridge since 1908. Now it's costing $230 million to renovate and save this bridge. That's the red line on top of us here, going to Harvard Square. What's Harvard's color?
Crimson.
Crimson. Awesome. Yeah, red line. That's kind of red. And on your right in Cambridge, you're going to see a building with a big radar Doppler on top. It's MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Their campus extends past the Harvard Bridge. That's all MIT on your right. All the buildings beyond the Harvard Bridge to the right of the Citco sign out there are Boston University. BU's theme song, it had to be you, it had to be you, BU. Fenway Park is way out in the corner to the left of the Citco sign. There's two sets of lights out there. That's the oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball, opened in 1912. Fenway Park. Gonna try to take the Fenway tour. If you can't go to a game, they give a wonderful tour of that oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball. I highly recommend that. What's your name? Jonathan. Everyone say hi, Jonathan. And Jonathan.
Okay.
Let's video. Sit next to me there, East Boston. And Jonathan. Everyone say hi, Hollywood. In Hollywood, we can take a picture for you if you want.
Take a picture of myself.
Yeah, you can take a picture. Hollywood. Were you born in Hollywood?
No, I was born in Texas.
Texas? That's a Lone Star State. That's don't mess with Texas, capital punishment. You back in the heat? Yeah. And what are you doing for a living right now? Acting?
I'm an actor, yeah.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
Let's hear that. Awesome.
Right. Autographs afterwards.
He's filming in Provincetown on Saturday. That's awesome. What are you filming? TV show? A movie? Bear City 2. So there was a 1?
Yeah.
Okay, were you in that one?
No.
No. Okay. And I'm gonna have to check that out. Who's producing it or whatever? What's it?
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know. And what's your part in the movie?
Featured extra.
He's a featured
Background.
That's awesome. And how long have you been into the acting field?
Well, I was in it for 10 years. In the 80s, I was on Cagney and Lacey.
He was in Cagney and Lacey for 2 years. That's awesome, man. What? And what else? Anything else? Dallas, Moonlighting.
Talking Fred.
Braveheart.
Cheers.
Wow, Braveheart, that's awesome.
And Dr. Fish.
And
Dr. Fish. Wow, Caddyshack.
Yeah.
And Stripes.
But I was
And
Caddyshack.
Gladiator. He's a Gladiator. That's awesome, man. This guy's amazing, man. And you were in Titanic, right? You're in the background when you're come on top of the world. That was him in the background yelling at, come on top of the world.
I was Kate Winslet stand-in.
Yeah, he was Kate Winslet stand-in. I recognize you in that movie. These people are like, what's going on up there, man? And what about your favorite animal?
Penguin.
Penguin, I love penguins. And what about who is your favorite
man.
All right.
Slap
I
it on
can't
me.
believe this
Come on,
guy's his
slap
agent
it on
right
me.
here, man.
Right there, that's it.
Get a picture.
I'm from Boston.
I love you, man.
Love you too,
You're
man.
welcome, Hollywood, man. I'm gonna have you on board, man. I'm gonna watch out for you at Bear too. Bear City too. Sorry, I thought it was Pear Urban City. Okay, and now we're gonna head underneath the Longfellow Bridge. Get a picture of the gold dome in our state house. Last time we covered our dome was 1997. It cost $300,000 to hammer gold leaf in 1997. That's the heart of the peninsula. We're all the way to the Citco sign. There's a Back Bay landfill. We left our tour from the Prudential Center, the square building on your right. That's the second tallest building in Boston, 52 stories. The tallest building in New England is the John Hancock Tower. It's 63 stories tall, and they're cleaning the windows. About midway up, you see the scaffolding? That's crazy.
They used to clean them on the sidewalk.
This guy. That's true, man. All right, I'll talk about that later. That's funny, though. Clever. You can drive it up, man. The beautiful park along the river is the Esplanade, and that round dome building over to your right, nestled in the trees, is the Hat Shell. Friday nights in the summer, we put a movie screen up. You can come down and watch free movies on Friday nights. Friday night flicks. Saturdays, Oldies 103 put on free concerts, and every 4th of July, the Boston Pops puts on a free concert inside the Hat Shell. 4 barges come in from the harbor. We tie the barges up in the middle of the river. Concert is synchronized with an amazing firework display. Da 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 da. Thousands of people showed up last 4th of July, and our conductor last year, Keith Lockhart, invited as our guest performer, Toby Keith. Boo! Yeah, I like Toby Keith, Tennessee. Year before that, Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Year before that, Rascal Flatts. I love that guy. Year before that, Bad Boys of Boston, Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler fell off the stage. You want to bring your son up here? Why don't you come with your son? We'll get him to drive. Take a picture over here. Look over your dad. Look, take a picture right here. Awesome. Yeah, take a picture. Say cheese. And Camden, how old are you? 3 years old. And what's your favorite animal? What do you want? Elephants? How many people like elephants? I love elephants, man. Come on, people, get on board with this. And what about your favorite flavor of ice cream? You like what? Vanilla? How many people like vanilla? I love vanilla! Yeah. And what about your favorite sport to play? Soccer, football, kick the can, cricket, rugby,
Crash the
football.
boat.
How many people like football? I love football. And what's your favorite color? Green? I love green. How many people like green?
Yeah,
that's
green.
Awesome. Come on, Germany. You don't like green? And what about, who's your favorite Major League Baseball team? Do you like the Red Sox? That one? Okay, I like the Red Sox too. You can have all these stickers. Keep them. They're yours, buddy.
Awesome.
All right?
Thank you. Yeah, you're
All right.
lucky.
Give me a high five. Good job, buddy. You should feel good about yourself today. You did a good job. Let's hear it for Camden. Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you.
You're a nice boy.
Come on, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yep.
Tell him to pay you for doing his job.
Nice kid. How many people here are in the medical field? I thought so. Let me give you a sticker right there. I like that gal. That's about that gal in the medical field. Another
Look
one
at that.
right there. Good job. That's back.
Medical field. You want that?
He's almost going to deliver.
Hey, I have as many as you do now.
Yeah, we got a
Hey, let's not
competition.
get crazy back there, right? He's got like 15 he put in his pocket there. All right, yeah, so if you're in the medical field, like this lady right here, it's very important that you must document everything you do. Like what time did you get here, You got insurance? What's your name? If you did not document it in the medical field, it did not happen. That's what they're saying. All right. The glass building on your right-hand side is the Massachusetts General Hospital, MGH, man's greatest hospital, and they have the first documented use of ether during surgery. Pain-free surgery.
Thank God.
Yep. Prior to that, you have to take the pain. However, there's a guy down in Georgia named Crawford Long, used ether before us, but he didn't document it. They had the Crawford Long Memorial Hospital. Remember, this guy's a man. Used ether before anyone. We have the first documented use. How many people believe Crawford actually used ether? I do. I think he did it. How many people don't think he used it? How many people don't care either way if Crawford used it? How many people have no idea what I'm talking about at this point of the tour?
I'm using it right now.
He said, I'm using it right now, man. My primary physician is on the 6th floor. Anyone here fortunate enough to have your gallbladder removed? Nobody had your gallbladder out there. I had mine out at the Mass General. I had laparoscopic surgery in the morning of that same night. How many people had your appendix removed? Oh, sticker for you, doctor woman. Now you got three. You tied. She's translating that. She's translating it.
They still have their...
Prove it. Prove it. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
He's supposed to prove it. She just tied you with stickers.
That's why I wanted to prove it.
Let's try easy. I had my appendix out at the Mass General. I had emergency surgery. I waited too long with the stomach ache. My physician told me we used to use our appendix and gallbladders. We changed our eating patterns. We no longer need them. They're extra parts. How many people wish they had them out? How many people don't care about the appendix and gallbladder stories? This couple right here is like, what do we get ourselves into, honey? We should have never taken this to our call. We didn't see our therapist again. Hey, how long have you guys been together?
50-some years.
50-something
Yeah.
years. Give her that couple right
sticker
there.
for
That's
that.
unbelievable. 2 stickers for that. Wow. Did you guys meet on the internet? That's awesome, man. 50, that's great. High school? They met in high school.
right.
High school sweethearts right here. That's
Beautiful.
Great. Right. What about you, Tennessee? How long have you guys been together? You look like honeymooners. He kissed her. He tried to kiss her in elementary school. Give me your sticker back, dude. I'm gonna give him a sticker. That's awesome, man. That guy, he's a player. Give him a sticker. 15. Let's hear a 15, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to take one with the...
All right, so what do you want to do first? You want to take one of them alone and one with... Okay, wait a minute. What am I touching here? that dot right in the middle.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Yay.
Go ahead. Go next to John. Come on. Get up there.
Yay.
Ooh,
Everybody
oh,
looks
what did I
skinny.
do? I touched something. Oh, wait. I don't know. I did something. I don't...
Have John fix it for you.
We'll get it back.
touched something.
Honey, I did the same thing.
No, it's fine. Oh, well, some words came on there.
I did the same thing all day yesterday. John had to keep fixing it for me.
I got it. Oh, that's kind of fun.
What stage I look at?
Look at Mommy. This is just a video. I'm capturing your words. Oh, what a picture. You
Good.
guys look so happy.
Wait.
I want to get one
What is
closer.
it? Okay, do something silly.
Make a silly face.
Yay, we did it.
Okay.
This is cool.
Great. All right, now I'll take a couple with my camera, okay? Hold on.